What is up everyone, welcome back to another movie trivia Schmoedown reaction video. Today we are back with another singles tournament after seeing the title match that dropped last week and also airing live on New York. We're back with a tournament matchup and this is, I believe it's in the lower left bracket. As you might know from my previous reactions, my bracket so far hasn't been so good. I voted for Riley, that doesn't go according to plan. I voted for, what was the first one? Whitney Seibold, did not go according to plan. Luckily, Ethan Irwin defeated Haley Fouch in a very rough match for Haley. But yeah, so I got one right, I missed two. And then this one, we'll be seeing the Powder Keg, I believe that's his nickname now, Paul Preston versus the Professor Lon Harris, both have P in their nicknames. And yes, if you guys probably realized it, as well as Nerd Chronic Eric, he pointed out, I did miss out on a lot of Paul Preston matches because during the time where there was like 2 Paul Preston matches in a week and another Paul Preston match after, that was when my computer broke down. This very computer right now, which is now back, that is when my computer broke down and I wasn't able to do reaction. But this is gonna, I don't know if this is my first Paul Preston reaction or not. I know I did one for Movie Guys, I believe so, but I don't remember if I have done a reaction for Paul Preston on his own or not yet. But if that's not the case, then this will be my first time. I've clearly have reacted for Lon Harris a lot, but let's just say who I'm rooting for this one. Who I'm gonna root for and who I put in the bracket is going to be different because I've sort of had a change of mind / change of heart. I put Lon Harris because I believe he knows more and I think Lon Harris is the better player. Although I want to root for Paul Preston in this one because, well, first, as I have said, I missed out on the Paul Preston hype train, and I know a lot of people like Paul Preston, the Action Army fans. Well, I'm not gonna group Action Army. The Call to Action people, they love Paul Preston, and they assume that I love Paul Preston too. I never said I did or I did not. I'll just say it right now for the record. I'm a fan of Paul Preston, and this one was a rough matchup to pick for me. But for this one, I am going to go with an inch margin. I'm going to vote for Paul Preston, even though I put Lon Harris in my bracket. So I'm going to be supporting Paul Preston in this one because I want to see more of him. We've seen a lot of Lon. I'm still going to be supporting Lon and JTE in the Evil Geniuses in the team tournament. I believe they're very underrated and they're gonna be a great team. But on the singles record, Lon Harris, he's been going through some rough patches, so I'm going to be rooting for Paul Preston in this one. So yeah, we've been talking a lot. Before we get started in the reaction, as always, don't forget to subscribe first and leave a comment first if you want to predict whatever. Click the bell notification if you want to, so you don't miss out on all this Schmoedown reaction that I do every single week. And yeah, as well as my podcast, but that's for a later story. So without any further ado, let's play the reaction for this one. Playing it in 3, 2, 1. Need my water. Okay. They're promoting the throwdown. As you might know, the live match is cancelled.
The fact that we get to watch Late to the Party play, they are so much fun to watch. Chance Ellison, William Bibiani, and now they find themselves here in the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament.
I feel kind of tournamenty.
What a run by William Bibiani leading here today. He is on fire right now. Chance Ellison came to play today.
We're gonna get this guy's singles title here. We're gonna have all the belts at the end of this.
Schmoedown Throwdown, that's right, 2 matches.
Team champions.
One live streaming event. Get your tickets now.
So, I heard while you were taking a bite out of New York City, you terminated my stint as the commissioner of the upcoming tournament.
Yeah, that is correct. You see, your time was done. You won commissionership for 1 month. Your month had well expired, so yeah, I ended it. So, Robert Burnett, I decided that, while we're on the topic of
we still don't know what the nuke is.
You are now going to be reinstated in Inner Geekdom.
Well, that's fantastic, because I've got incredible ideas about the
As a competitor.
A competitor?
Yeah.
I was a commissioner.
I I am the commissioner of the Teams and Intergeekdom League, so what I say goes. And you know, I could fire you.
You could fire me. You could fire me. You won't fire me. I fire you. I could have fired you. I could have fired you. I didn't fire you. I could have fired you.
Gotta get a lock on that door.
Okay, okay. We still don't know what the nuke is. I really want to know what the nuke is. They have teased it. It might have something to do with Emma and Sam. But yeah. You know, Preston always have some different shirt every single match. And most of the time I don't understand the reference.
We're in the thick of the playoffs, the Ultimate Schmoedown tournament, and I am thrilled to be joined in the answer desk by the one, the only, the classiest of all time, Miss Clark.
Clark!
Oh,
is
thank
here
you.
today.
I didn't, for a second I was like, that's Clark Wolf.
Exciting.
Oh, that's Clark Wolf! Because we haven't seen her back since she retired.
This matchup is Paul Preston is going to be taking on the higher ranked Lon the Professor Harris. So it's a Powder Keg versus a teacher of sorts. But Clark, what is the
They've played before once and Lon
you take
win.
a normal regular season match, which has its fair share of pressure,
Sure.
and then you get into a single elimination playoff event. How does that feel when you're up there in front of the white hot spotlight?
I mean, it's really tough because on the one hand, you can ascend very quickly. You can get those opportunities to go for the belt very quickly in this type of environment. But if you get knocked out, if you have a bad game, the effects and the repercussions feel like they last a little bit longer. So I feel like the pressure is usually on, even more so. It's even more intense in a tournament environment.
I noticed you pointed at me when you said if you have a bad game. Was that
Never.
a personal jab at my history
Not
in
a-
Ultimate Schmoedown?
I have a bad history in the Ultimate Schmoedown, so I'm not gonna give. I'm not gonna throw stones
I
or
don't
baby
remember
carrots.
what I've won or what I've lost at this point.
Didn't
I just enjoyed
Ellis
knowing all
won the
the
first
answers
one? That's why he
ahead of
played
time.
spectacular?
And actually, this is also something I'm excited for you to react to because we have a new wheel now we've been using for a few weeks. And so, I don't know, did you have a ceremony with the old wheel? Did you say goodbye? Was it heartfelt? Were there tears involved?
I was not told that my beloved second wheel
Oh,
was
boy.
disappearing.
Oh,
so
this is-
I only found this out very recently. So no is the answer. I did not say goodbye to my.
I don't know where the old wheel went to.
wheel. But I have a feeling that this wheel is gonna like me also.
Well, a lot of history here between Lon Harris and Paul Preston.
By the way, I
It's
heard
Clark and
from
the
an
wheel, but
upcoming
there's a
episode that
little
will
bit of it here
happen.
Because Lon Harris has defeated
Because
Paul
this is from
Preston
Collider
before. He's
Live,
looking
and it's
for
pre-taped and
another
everything.
notch in that belt. Let's take a look at what each
So an
contender
upcoming
has to say
episode,
in the show.
one of the wheel, that flicker thing, is gonna fly off. So I'm looking forward to when that
What
match
is
is.
Kevin Costner's character offered by the traitor in exchange for
Paper.
sex with Helen?
Gasoline.
And your winner, Lon the Professor Harris.
All right, so here we are again. Preston versus Lon Harris 2.
I'm here, they tell me I'm here to once again face Paul Bresson, a contender I've already faced in the past. I thought perhaps they meant a different Robert Bresson, perhaps, Stephen Bresson, but no, the same Paul Bresson, Mr.
You gotta
Bresson,
make it French,
a
Lon.
very talented, skilled triviatician, and yeah, we went right down to the wire.
Listen, I'm going to show once and for all what this guy's really about.
By the way, I don't know if I've ever said this,
You're
but Lon have the most unrelated entrance song ever.
Hey, he can go on and on all he wants about Christoph Kieslowski.
Gangster Paradise by Coolio. He's a professor.
You think those references are dense? Yeah, wait till Lon gets out here.
How far can Lon take his movie Trivia Schmoedown? How can he go the distance?
Recycled reboots of people I've already defeated coming back to haunt me once more.
I suppose we'll need to up the kill count for the next one. Is that the studio note we're going to get, you Philistines?
More references to the Fortnites, perhaps.
I'm still learning how to play this game, right? It's the game that's going to beat me, not the trivia. I got the trivia on lock. I need a belt. And it's going to happen at the end of this tournament, when I get my shot, when I get what's coming to me. And Lon Harris and his pipe are in the way. So get out of the way, pal, because I'm coming.
To Mr. Presson, I would merely say, we have all seen Slobs versus the Snobs comedies, and I feel like he should join me in helping the rest of the Schmoedown become more educated, become more cultivated, become more sophisticated. What do you
12 hours at the Egyptian theater studying the works of Seijun Suzuki should straighten him out, I think.
I'm going to break it down for you, Lon, in a way that you speak. I'm going to talk your language. My Francois Truffaut. Go dard yourself. It's on.
Yeah, they're the most Well, not the most opposite, I guess, but Preston, when he first came in, he had like this frat boy mentality, and then Lon Harris is the exact opposite of what a frat boy would be. So yeah, they have clashing personas.
All right, well, look, that is classic Lon Harris, professor. The real question mark I have here, Clark, is Paul Powder Keg Preston, because originally he was not even going to be in this tournament, but then he got a match against Diamond David
Del
and you ended up
Rio.
beating him, and so you beat a Del Rio, you get into the tournament, but now you're facing...
Oh, we're gonna have Roca Silva streaming this Friday. Interesting.
Put me in the Powder Keg.
I thought we were gonna have Bateman, Lish, and Miller.
Who has defeated you before? Is there more pressure on Paul or more pressure on Lon to repeat that feat?
Well, he's coming off of a pretty historic win. I mean, this is the fastest rematch that I think we've ever seen in the Schmoedown. So he's got that wind at his back, which is exciting for him. But on the other hand, you know, sometimes history does repeat itself, and certainly there's got to be some nerves. Plus, on top of all that, we have the tournament element. So there's a lot going on in this one.
Yeah, you really want to get that momentum started in the right way, because if you lose, you're out, and you.
This is going to be a good match. Both players are really talented,
and that is what everybody is trying to do when it comes to the Ultimate Schmoedown. So let's get to the tail of the tape. Clark, what is each one of these competitors good at?
We have Lon Harris, and his strengths are
MCU.
classics. The MCU, and using a red pen on students' paper.
MCU.
Oh, he loves doing that.
I mean, I know he knows his MCU, but I don't know that. I didn't realize he would put it as his strength.
And then we have Paul.
And I know this because of
whose
Screen
strengths
Junkies, of course.
include action movies,
Big fan of Screen
adventure
Junkies.
movies, and action adventure movies.
Oh, good for him, showing a breadth of knowledge there. He's representing the movie guys. Lon Harris, of course, representing the evil geniuses. And with that, Clark, I think that we have set the table very nicely here. Are you ready to get going?
Let's do it.
Then it's time for the movie
Trivia Schmoedown.
The Ultimate Schmoedown, as it were. Introducing
first.
Representing the movie guys with a record of 2 wins, 1 defeat. He is Paul the Powder Keg.
By the way, I have no idea what this song is. I've heard it so much.
Apparently, this movie guy's partner, Powder Keg, allowed through the very exclusive nightclub. This has become.
Yes, very exclusive.
All right, introduce my science project.
That's again, we have not started asking questions yet.
That's his running gag. You always do that. I enjoy that. He should keep it up.
Powder Keg set with his incorrect answer, his whey protein, and his opponent.
Once again,
Representing
this
the
song doesn't make sense with him.
He has a record of 4 wins, 3 defeats.
He nearly had a 500 record. By the way, yeah, the camera is so close in this one for some reason, I feel like.
Is John. And the Harris brothers do their bow as
Yes, this is a very formal affair.
they used to do before going to bed in their bunk beds.
There you go.
By the way, you know how people say Ben Bateman is the best player to never win a belt? I'm going to put Lon Harris in that conversation as well. I really think that's the case.
Gentlemen, each Lon Harris, how are you feeling now that you are on the answer desk? The question desk, excuse me.
I felt wonderful until this last exchange. Now I'm not sure.
Yeah, I was just trying to throw you off there. So, Paul, I'll equally throw you off. That is actually plant-based protein. How do you feel now?
Oh, God. Let's do it.
All right, let's get ready to Schmoedown.
Okay.
The Ultimate Schmoedown picks up. Clark, if I may, I will ask the first question.
Please.
This is in the world of action, adventure, and action-adventure films. Got some fans of action movies. Your question. What martial arts action film has an animated sequence which tells the backstory of a character named Oren Ishii?
One of my favorite Tarantino films.
Answer as specific as possible. Clark and I know more than everyone else. 5.
I like part 1 and part 2 equally. It's hard for me to differentiate it.
First.
I believe it is Kill Bill Volume 1.
That is what we were looking for. Does Paul have?
Kill Bill Volume 1.
All right.
Kill Bill V1. I wrote on Kill Bill 5, didn't I?
They
Volume
followed
1.
your instructions very well. Question number 2 in the category of movie release dates.
I love you, Scott Man.
What year was Gangs of New York released?
That is a hole in my viewing history.
Is it really?
Yeah, good?
Gangs of
You
New
know, I
York.
like a Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah, he always tries.
When do we? He shows up.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to you first, Powder Keg.
2002.
He nailed it
That's
for
correct.
a point as long
Whoa.
as hairs have it.
I do not add 2000.
I thought it was in the 90s.
All right.
I was like,
That
I was 3 years old when Gangs of New York came out, so.
Y2K fears. Move on to the category of dramas, gentlemen, and your question. Who plays the lead in the 1999 film Boys Don't Cry?
Oh.
And that's not true. The
It's
title
okay.
of the film is inaccurate.
You want to talk later?
Later, yes.
Okay. All right.
I would talk. I would love to talk. Never mind. 5, 4, 3. They always cut me off right before I get to
That's
something
not
good.
right.
2, 1. Pens down. Blonde hairs.
I believe it is Miss Hillary Swank.
It is Miss Hillary
Okay.
Swank, the next Karate Kid
Hillary
herself.
Swank.
Yes. And they both got the 1 L in Hillary.
Didn't get it.
So Paul Preston enjoys a 3-2 advantage. He has a perfect round early in round number 1.
Question number 4 in the category of the 2010s. Who plays Apple co-founder Steve Wozniak in 2015's Steve Jobs?
I have yet to see this film.
They literally started Apple
Steve
in
Wozniak.
a garage.
Which actor
And
looked
now
like Steve
It's
Wozniak?
helping us
It-
ask the question.
See, it's a full circle moment.
Yet they pay us no money to do so. 5,
Those bastards.
4, 3, 2. Well, they still might
I have
sponsor
no
it.
clue.
Okay, all right. Take it back.
Pens down. Go to you first, Paul.
Seth Rogen.
It is
Indeed.
very funny, Seth Rogen.
I also had Seth Rogen.
Good
Blonde
job. All right.
hairs.
I would not see that coming. As someone who haven't seen the film, I would not see that coming.
All right, your next question, gentlemen, comes in the world of fantasy science fiction. Probably not real. What
Yeah.
scientific anomaly has caused the world to crumble in Children of Men? Tricky question.
It is.
I like it.
I haven't seen this one since it came out.
You saw it in the theater?
I
Paid,
saw it at home.
paid the $12. Saw it at home.
I saw it.
4, 3, 2.
Can I get the JT?
You may use the JT with your question. Once again, in the world of fantasy sci-fi, what scientific anomaly has caused the world to crumble in Children of Men? How many movies do you see this year? Like in the theater, if you're not doing like as a
Honestly, not a ton.
yeah, 5 or 6
Yeah,
maybe. something.
shame on you.
Max. Yeah, we got other things to do. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens
I
down.
don't know.
Juan.
But no more pregnancies or infertility. I wasn't sure which
We can accept that answer. And Paul Preston.
I did not have.
He did not
Hey.
have it.
Got a tie game?
Damn it. We don't know what scientific anomaly Paul wrote down, but he did not want
He
to
did
share
not
it
want
with
to tell anybody. Trust me, I've been there. All right, question number 6. In the category of comedies, who directed 1986's Three Amigos?
You see, Clark, there's very few things that I get in life that are mine.
Yeah.
And one of them is the laugh from the crowd. When I say I have to milk them for my laughs.
All right,
They do not come organically.
I didn't know this. I'm new to the desk.
4,
I know this
3,
too.
2, 1. Pens down, going to you first, Powder Keg.
John Landis.
It is, in fact, John Landis.
Landis.
Blonde hairs have it.
I do, John Landis.
There it
It
is.
does, and we find ourselves tied. Juan was trailing earlier. It is now a 5-5 match as we have 2 questions left in round number 1. Your penultimate question is in the world of horror/thriller, one of your favorites.
Indeed.
Your query is, 1986's Manhunter was the first film to feature the character Hannibal Lecter. What was the title of its 2002 remake?
Manhunter, some of it was shot in Atlanta, where I'm from,
That's right.
at the High Museum of Art.
Is a young Clark Wolf in any crowd scenes?
Oh my god, I wish.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, going to you, Juan.
I'd have preferred a question about the Michael Mann original, but I believe the answer is Red Dragon.
That's
Ooh,
the professor we know.
what a
and love.
professorial
Nope.
answer.
Red Dragon.
Nope, did not get that. I wrote something else.
All right, close game, close game. Question number 8 in the category of animated. Which Pixar film involves a Boy Scout-like group called the Wilderness Explorers?
As I know for the young men, it's the Boy Scouts. I think I was a little low.
Okay.
You doing anything?
I can already watch this film.
Never sold any cookies?
I was an indoor kid. I ate a lot.
It's actually been a while since I've seen this film. I love it though.
Hands down. Paul, did you have the animated film?
Up.
It certainly is up. Lon Harris.
All right.
Tied.
This is quite the rematch.
7-7. That is impressive.
The first round flew by. Yeah, we have 7-7. 2 near perfect games.
Damn.
As we move into round number 2, Clark, there's a new
7-7.
wheel for your
Will.
viewing pleasure.
Where shall I spin this one from?
Actually, because it is a new wheel,
Behind?
you may spin
On
from the pegs, you may spin from wherever you like to spin it. The wheel has a slice that is a sponsored slice from one of our Schmoedown patrons. Check out Movie Trivia Schmoedown Patreon right now. Select which tier is right for you. Maybe you can sponsor a wheel slice one day. The sponsored wheel slice today is, coincidentally, Miss Wolf, horror movies.
Ooh.
And if anybody spins the category of horror, we will give a shout out to that patron. Thank you for all your support to all of our Movie Trivia Schmoedown patrons. Round number 2, as we all know, is the wheel round. You're going to see the wheel. Lon Harris, you find yourself tied with Paul Preston. However, you are the higher ranked player, so you may spin the wheel first or defer to your muscled opponent.
I'm gonna defer.
I shall spin the wheel first.
Oh,
He's going
I'm gonna
to
spin
the wheel.
first.
Here comes the professor. The professor is in, holding office hours, gaining tenure.
I wonder if bubbles ever come out of that pipe.
And the spin is
Yeah, that
in.
flicker thing is very loose.
All right.
All right, Lon, how do you feel about that decade? It's going to
Okay.
spin again.
This is quite a monster of a wheel, I have to
It
say.
really is. It was a piece to put together. Thank you, Adam Smith.
Ooh.
Spielberg movies.
Okay.
And he's going to take Spielberg movies. He
They
uses small
they
ones.
actually say that I don't think we can really hear it
Might
on
be a little more comfortable in.
here,
But
they say that the wheel is so noisy it sounds like a dumpster truck,
and
which is a loud noise.
now,
Question 1. How many times has Spielberg directed Tom Cruise?
2.
and we go to 5.
Can you repeat the question?
So JT rule, yes.
How many times has Spielberg directed Tom Cruise?
I just think of the recent ones.
0?
What?
Incorrect for a steal and 2 points, Paul. I know you were relaxing.
Yes.
Do you have an answer?
2.
That is correct.
Wow.
0?
Yeah.
It's a big steal to kick off round number 2.
Speaking of kicking off, Paul,
Yikes.
please make yourself at home.
All right.
Back to Lon.
Cannot believe he said 0. At least I thought he said 1.
Tom Hanks
Minority Report.
loses his coat to a gang of thugs in Germany in what Spielberg film?
I believe it's Catch Me If You Can.
Incorrect for
Bridge
a
of
2 point
Spies.
steal. Paul Preston again. We're going to make him go to the microphone
Is it?
despite his best attempt. And we're going to go to 5, 4, 3, 2.
Saving Private Ryan.
That is incorrect. The answer was Bridge of Spies.
Bridge of Spies, Germany, Tom Hanks.
Or, as I like to call it, Bridge of Boring.
Shocked I can't remember details.
Shots fired.
Would have
Not.
been better if it was called Bridge of Pies. You know,
Oh, I
Bridge
would
of
like
Pies.
Willy Wonka sequel.
I watch that film.
All right. Question number
Yikes,
3.
Harris.
In Saving Private Ryan, how many of James Ryan's brothers have died?
3. He's the 4th.
I believe the answer is 2.
That is
Oh
incorrect.
my god.
3.
That is correct.
Oh boy.
Wow.
Paul Preston, he's had 3 opportunities to.
Dude, Harris is having a rough
capitalize on
game
2 of them, Clark.
in round
that's a tough
2.
round for Lon right now.
And those questions are
But we still have
guessable
another
answers.
And this is your last question.
He got 2 number questions.
question. In the climax of The Lost World, Jurassic Park, a T-Rex
San Francisco.
manages to escape in what city?
Was it San Diego?
San Diego.
San Diego. San Diego.
There it is. He's on the board.
The home of Comic-Con, and that's where the T-Rex ran rampant, and Paul Preston running rampant.
Yikes,
over
yikes,
Lon
yikes,
Harris in
yikes.
Lon's
That
round
was
because
rough.
Paul getting 2 steals. That was an impressive thieving.
Interesting strategy from Harris. The multiple choice option is always there. Didn't take it.
All right, and now it is Paul's spin at the wheel.
I mean, to be fair,
It's been called pilfering.
The pilfer, Paul Preston.
the question, the two of the questions were number questions, so it's always not really worth it to take a guess on number questions on multiple choice.
Have not seen that category in a minute.
Indeed.
Will Paul use it?
Okay. That's a broad category, Mark.
Spinning away from it. He might have hit it again anyway, Clark.
Oh.
Woo!
All right. Looks
Movie
like Paul
quotes.
needs to make friends with this new wheel.
Wow, yeah.
We've all been there.
Paul Preston, the wheel, pilfering the category that Paul had wanted and replacing it with movie quotes.
All right.
All right. Keep in mind, stealing is available. 4 questions for you, Mr. Powder Keg. Your first question. In what Ben Affleck film will you hear the quote, "No matter how much you change, you still have to pay the price for the things you've done"?
Argo?
We're going to go to 5, 4,
Is it saving?
3.
And is it Good Will
2.
Hunting?
Good Will Hunting.
That is incorrect for a big 2-point steal here, Lon.
Because my guess was Good Will Hunting or Argo.
And we move once again to 5.
Gone, baby, gone.
4. Looking for the town. The
Oh
town.
my
They were
god!
both based on Dennis Lehane novels. I feel like I should get this one.
It's like Point Break, but in more of a city. All right. Paul, your next question. You currently enjoy a 2-point lead over the professor. What Best Picture winner features the quote, "Every man dies, not every man really lives"?
Braveheart.
2 points for Powder Keg. He got that one.
Nice.
All right.
Wheel.
Your next question in the world of movie quotes. In which classic holiday film will you find the quote, "No man is a failure who has friends"?
No man's a failure who has friends. That's a tough holiday
I'm
film.
going to go to 5.
Could you repeat that?
4, I certainly can. That is your second use of the JT rule. In which classic holiday film will you find the quote, "No man is a failure who has friends"?
It's a Wonderful Life.
2 points
There it is.
Wow!
There it
for
is.
Paul Preston and Clark. He has opened up a 6-point gap.
This is a
on Lon
yikes
Harris, and he still
for
has one more
Harris.
question. Lon could really use a steal here.
You sure could.
All right, Paul, your last question. In the world of movie quotes. "I believe in America" is the opening line to what crime classic?
The Godfather.
2 more points
All right. Wow.
for Paul Preston.
Wow.
Clark, I believe in Paul Preston
Whoa.
after that round 2. Movie quotes, he's spun away from
Dude.
it. He clearly didn't want to answer those questions.
Preston
He
is
had
having
to,
a hell of
and
a
he
game.
ended up having a hell of a round 2.
He sure did. Didn't give anything up.
Actually,
You
it's
should
more
continue
that
round
Harris
2.
is having
You
a lack
gotta
of a
go
game.
for it or not, but you
That
don't
round
wanna
2 was
let them
not
steal.
good by Harris.
Unfortunately For Lon, that's what happened.
Juan had the opportunity to steal. He guessed the Boston Baked.
And I'm not saying I could have done better. I'm just saying here as a reactor, as an analyst,
Regret. It was a good.
as a reactor, as an analyst, Harris having a rough match.
9 is Paul Preston's lead as we head into round number 3, and we are in TKO territory unless Lon Harris can get some serious correct answers here. Here's how round 3 works. Each competitor is going to give us 3 numbers from each of you. Paul, you are currently enjoying an 8-point advantage, so I will get your numbers first. What feels lucky, sir?
3, 4, and 7.
3, 4, and 7.
Adding.
Staying within the first 10 numbers. Lon Harris.
I'll do 2, 8, and 15.
2, 8, and 15.
Thank you.
All right. Lon, you can mathematically still tie Paul Preston if you don't get your 2-pointer, but it would probably help your cause of having a comeback win. Clark Wolf will be asking you your questions. I'll be asking the Powder Keg his. So Clark, at your
He need all of them, I
subject
believe.
number 2. What category is that?
The category is 2010s. And your question is, for 2 points, Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg star as detectives Gamble and Hoyts in what 2010 buddy cop film?
The Other Guys.
That is correct for 2
Oh,
points.
that's right.
All right.
All right, so he's
right.
back on the answering questions train.
Forget about
Sure
that
is.
fun.
That's the train we want to be on.
All right, we stay with Lon for his 3-point question. He selected number 8.
Did. All right.
And that category.
In the category of fantasy sci-fi.
This could be anything.
In Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Judge Doom wants to destroy Toontown.
Highway,
to build
right?
What in its place?
A freeway.
Give him a 3.
Wait, what's the difference of a highway and a
He's
freeway?
right in there, Clark, and so now it.
I want to know the
This,
technical
at least if
definition.
you're Lon Harris, he can force the hand of Paul Preston and make him answer questions and avoid.
Is a highway something that you actually you pay, and a freeway is you don't pay? Is that the only difference?
What is he
The
looking
toll
at?
booth?
In the category of Tom Cruise.
Ooh, I like him.
I like him too.
He missed a question on Tom Cruise.
And the question is, in Minority Report, what is the name of the female precog that helps Tom Cruise?
That's the film that this is the film that he missed.
Agatha?
He is in this game. He did not seem to remember that Tom Cruise was in that movie a little earlier in the game.
Spielberg
But
Exactly.
Tom Cruise in that movie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I have no recollection
But he
of
knows
myself.
Agatha is the name of the precog.
quite the pull. Quite the pull.
Wow, that is
Understand
impressive.
A strategy?
That is
I leave that to
impressive.
you. I leave that
This
to
is the professor clearly operating in his ivory tower above all of us.
Dude,
tiny
Preston
peons.
only needs
those
one of
peons
them
is Paul
and
Powder
to
Keg
win.
Preston, and
Unless
he
he
has a
missed 3 and
chance
5.
to pull an upset here, and he needs 3 points to do just that. So we're going to start with your 2-point question, Paul. This would tie you with Lon, so secure at least a spot of sudden death overtime. You selected category number 3 for your 2-point question, and that corresponds to Scorsese movies, as in Martin Scorsese.
Thank you for the clarification.
The guy who's making The Irishman. Your question for 2. What 2016 drama stars
Silence.
Adam Driver and Andrew Garfield?
Silence.
2 points and we're tied.
All right, it's a tie
Silence.
game.
I did not see that film, but I heard
Alright.
it was quite
And
good.
proving you know how to count, you selected number 4 for your 3-point. And this could actually give you the win if you get the question right. Number 4 corresponds to the scary world of thrillers. Thrillers, and your question.
Come on,
For the
Preston.
win. Who played Hannah's father, Eric, in the 2011
don't know.
film Hannah?
Eric Bana.
And your winner!
Yeah, that is a hell of a rematch. I'm really happy for Paul Preston.
They found the middle ground, and we found ourselves a hell of a
I'm really happy for Paul Preston.
Somewhat of the upset and revenge.
Rough for Harris.
Oh boy!
Once
tell you
again.
what, I think unfortunately for Lon, round 2. I think round 2 just made that game for
Yeah.
Paul. You know, at the end of the day, it's a choice in your strategy how you want to play it, and you know, some people go to multiple choice, some people take the big swing. And Lon unfortunately took a lot of big swings, but gave up a lot of points in round 2, and I think unfortunately that was his undoing.
Yeah, I don't know a lot of players, regardless of how great you are, how much movie trivia knowledge you might have, if you sacrifice 4 of your own points, and you're not just leaving them on the table, the other person,
Yep.
your competitor's getting those points,
Yep.
that is a tough mountain to overcome. And then you look at Paul Preston and you say, well, look, now all of a sudden this guy's got a lot of momentum. He's rolling into the tournament. He is going to be playing the winner of Ben Bateman and Liz Shannon Miller. They both know their stuff. So
Ben Bateman's
it's
so
gonna
winning
be
that.
easier for
Come
Paul
on.
Preston.
No, but you know,
No offense to Lishana Miller, but
like we talked about earlier in this match. So will that help him kind of put it over the top? Those are 2 really tough competitors, so we'll find out.
We're going to have an interview with Paul the Powder Keg Preston coming up right now. Our own Jen Sturger is with the loser of today's match, Lon the Professor Harris, and his brother, the top bunk, Jonathan Harris. Jen, take it away.
Oh, thanks so much, guys. Lon, how is it you're one of the smartest and best players we have in this game with possibly the worst luck?
I thought we were talking about the famed, iconic Mexican director, Senor Spielbergo. It threw me very off for the beginning of the round. I think I collected myself just fine.
Oh, but all those steals, man, those steals in round 2 were really painful to watch.
They were.
Did you forget that you had multiple choice?
No, well, multiple choice. Multiple choice is for students. I'm the professor. The professor has the answer key. We know you spoke to
100% fill in the blanks on this man's quizzes. 100%.
I do not approach the Schmoedown as your Scantron. I am taking this serious.
Got an F, regardless. Oh.
I got a solid C-.
So, Harry...
Interjections and then give you back the mic. Did Paul Preston think he was in a new Tarantino film? Get your feet off of the desk, sir. Are you Andy McDowell's daughter? No, you are not. You're not in the film. Category of Tarantino. Get your feet on the ground and have a little respect for the match you just won, sir. Thank you.
Oh, Lon, obviously this means you're not going to be going forward in the tournament. That really bums me out because I do want to see more Lon Harris. What is it going to take to get you back in this game? I mean, nothing at the end of this year, but I mean...
Teams.
Next season?
I remain
Teams.
Competitive in the teams division. We'll see what happens in the later parts of the season with Jete, my able partner, and Jonathan, my more than able manager. So,
Going on.
look at his outfit. Clearly nothing is going on in his world.
I am on an involuntary sabbatical while investigations into my actions take place at my university.
Sounds serious.
That just sounds like really fancy way of saying unemployment.
This is taking a dark turn, this whole interview.
I think we should get out of this interview. Back at the desk.
Mercifully throwing it back to us here, Clark. I mean, you see that. I think I agree with Lon in terms of he feels very good about his team chances going forward. He's got a good manager. He's got a great teammate when JT or Jete, however you want to pronounce it. But clearly, he ran into a brick wall today named Paul Preston.
The thing is spelled Silvestrini's name, or is it always Silvestrini? Because I swear it is Silvestrini.
As a Scantron reference in this match, I'm glad that it
Took me right back to 3rd grade, Mark.
I'm still doing Scantrons right now.
Because then the computers won't read it right.
And erase it really good.
And a number 2 pencil is the only kind you can use. Jen Sturger, we're now going to toss it back to you because you have an interview with the winner, Paul the Powder Keg.
Paul, I gotta say, I didn't know what to think of you and your partner
3-1, baby.
into this league, but you've got my attention now.
Gimmick. Our gimmick is winning, all right? Well, I got worried a little bit there because I didn't choose multiple choice on the Ben Affleck question. Then I realized in my head, wait a minute, I'm making this all happen up as I go, right? Multiple choice. Win or lose, I chose win. That's how this happens. Look, when Adam and I get together and we play pickup basketball games with Tom, PJ, and Squee, we're constantly quizzing each other with movie trivia, right? You miss, that's a 3-pointer. You don't hit that, you keep getting movie trivia thrown at you until you make one. And it's that kind of dedication that's put me where I am today.
So glad Squee made it out of prison to play basketball with you guys. So now you get to face Ben Bateman or Liz Miller. Any preferences, or how are you going to be watching this match?
Let's see, I look a lot like Ben Bateman, right? That's what I was told. So, you know, I don't want to confuse people, so maybe I should play Liz.
Okay. No, you look like Ben Bateman if Ben Bateman just gave up.
Oh!
That's not what we're focusing on today. What we're focusing on is TTO. I said it before the match. That's total trivia ownage. That trampled over Lon, it's trampled over anyone else who decides to get in my way. If it's Ben Bateman, fine. If it's Liz Shannon Miller, that's fine. I don't care. I'll knock them down. I got a plan, and it's to get the belt. These players are going to hold themselves up.
Your round 2 was impressive, not only because you stole so many points.
Wait a moment,
but
did she just said he looked like Ben Bateman if he just gave
that
up?
whole entire category off. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah. Well,
That feels like an insult.
Before. I watch movies.
Well, keep doing that. It's obviously working for you. Best of luck in the tournament.
Preston!
You guys.
He watches movies, he collects used visors, and he gets wins. And he will be facing the winner of Bateman and Miller. Clark Wolf, Paul Preston. He's moving on. He seemed like a pretty jovial, cocky, dare I say, guy.
Indeed, and don't let it go to your head. Just a couple of wins doesn't necessarily mean that will... I mean, we were saying earlier that the momentum could be helpful in the game, but you don't want to get too self-assured. By the way, I've never heard the word ownage before, but I think I'm going to steal that. I like that one.
We had movie quotes in round number 2. We got a lot of quotable elements here in this match. I want to thank you guys for watching. Something you definitely need to keep an eye on is Clark Wolf's new project, Satanic Panic.
Hey.
Make sure you guys check that out.
Yep.
Follow her on all social media platform card. Thank you for gracing us with your presence.
I'm looking forward to that one. I haven't got a chance to check it out yet, but I want to look. I want to check out Satanic Panic. Because yeah, I listen to Sending the Wolf as well, so I'm a big fan of all Clark stuff.
Around the movie trivia, Schmoedown.
Let's see if there's any scene, or are they dropping that? Nope. Okay. Okie dokie. Let's mute this. Alright, so that is the match for Paul Preston versus Lon Harris 2. First one, we know what happened. Lon wins in a very close one. This one, Paul Preston wins with that 3-pointer, and it's all because Lon have a very rough round 2. That round 2 was... It was not the best, obviously. It was not the worst round 2 I've ever seen. But his misses were surprising misses. Because, first of all, he clearly knows Minority Report is a Spielberg film. And he missed that. He answered 0. I honestly don't know what the other one is. I have to check that out. But at least I know there was one. And I was like, in my head, I was like, I think there's 2. But he gets 0. The other one, the Catch Me If You Can one, that's a fair miss. But the Saving Private Ryan one, that was surprising too. And it's fair that he doesn't go multiple choice because it's a number. It's a number thing. You usually don't want to go multiple choice. Once again, I said it in the video. You don't want to go multiple choice if it's a number thing, unless it's a very broad, like how many stormtrooper armies, how many clone armies is sent in the Star Wars film, blah blah blah. That you might want to go multiple choice, but like this, no. And yeah, Paul Preston have a good round 2. That movie quotes he did quite well, and then of course his round 1. Both of their round 1s are great. And round 3, Lon Harris did answer all 3 questions. He did good. Paul Preston only need 2 of them to win, and he did that. And yeah, the post interview, very yeah, as you might have expected, there was kind of, they didn't even mention that again. There was a sick burn by, not real sick burn. I don't know if that's supposed to be an insult or whatever, but just Sturgeon, you look like Ben Bateman if you just gave up. Whew, that was rough. But yeah, I'm excited to see Lon Harris and JTE in the teams, because I don't know what the team's record gonna be like, but they're gonna be among that I'm gonna be rooting for. I said several times already, they're who I root for last year to win all the way. Of course, JTE had an incident with some kind of bird or something like that, I believe. It's like some bird attacked him. But yeah, they're back, and hopefully Evil Geniuses get to play more, because I want to see more of them. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you would like to see the channel to grow, all you have to do is click the like button below. Don't forget to subscribe to see more videos like this, reactions, my podcast as well, The Councilmen. Check it out. We drop every Wednesday. So by the time you watch this, it's already a new episode have dropped this Wednesday, and we're talking about It Chapter 2 and talk about Dr. Sleep. We talk about spoiler review for It Chapter 2, so go check it out if you have seen It Chapter 2. And yeah, follow me on the socials at JA Viradharma, Twitter and Instagram. And until next time, guys, ciao out.